Welcome, welcome, welcome to the village. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the Village Leadership Group Live. I am Dr. Roz Gaskins, CEO and founder of the Village Leadership Group, where we coach teacher leaders to maximize their strengths, develop leadership skills, and reignite their passion for teaching so that they can have a greater impact on their schools and communities. So that's right, guys. We are all about what? Teaching and learning. So call it all teachers. You want to join the village. All right. So please share this live with all your teacher friends and educators and coaches so that we can spread the word and spread the message all about collaboration, education, service, and community. So if you're passionate about all those things, join us. All right. So today's topic is all about what mindset shift. So we're going to talk about the power of affirmations. Joining us is my girl, my home girl, and soror, Feona Huff. Fiona, welcome to the village.
Thank you. Thank you, Soror Dr. Roz.
So, listen, guys, again, we are talking about mindset shift. We're going to talk about what is mindset and how do we shift our mindset. As a leader, as a teacher leader, we have to have the right mindset for leadership. And you've heard me say teacher leadership is a mindset, not a position. So, we're going to talk about how to shift our mindset so that we can be powerful, impactful leaders for our schools and communities. So again, welcome Fiona.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
Yes, so Fiona is a wonderful author and educator and mentor and all the good stuff. So Fiona, tell the people a little bit about you.
Well, my name is Feona Huff. I am the author of two books. One is Mirror, Mirror, Standing Tall, which is an affirmation book for Black girls, also Powerhouse Pointers. I am the founder of Let Me Tutor You Too, which is a tutorial program focusing on reading, writing, and test prep. Also, I am the founder of Powerhouse Media Group, and the focus is just empowering you through writing, through events, so that when you step into your power, you become a powerhouse.
I know that's right. So again, welcome Fiona to the village. Now, Fiona, we're talking about mindset because within the village, I always talk about teacher leadership is a mindset. And so today, I want us to really dig into what mindset is all about, and what is the mindset of a leader. Because when you're talking about leadership, you have to talk about mindset because not everyone is open to having that leadership role or that position or even have that mindset of a leader. So for our teachers, please grab a pen and paper because we're going to take some notes today and go over some steps for how to shift our mindset so that you have that impactful type of leadership for your schools and communities. Because
Right.
again, we have to get out of that mindset where we're just teaching the people in front of us and we have those limiting beliefs that maybe, I'm not good enough, I'm not deserving. So we want to make sure we talk about that as well. So one of the things that I want us to talk about, like, what is mindset? So Fiona, what is mindset to you?
A mindset is the space in which you operate. It's the space in which you thrive. It's the space in which you get things done or don't get things done.
Right.
So, for example, my mindset for being a tutor and having Let Me Tutor You Too is no child will be left behind. When they come to me, and a lot of parents, they come because they're especially because of uh, the pandemic, a lot of lost reading, especially. So when they come to me, their mindset is they're frustrated because their children are behind. They're doing this online learning. the parents don't know how to properly support their children. And so the mindset for me is, where are they? What are your goals for them? We're going to work this out. They will be successful by the time they leave me. And I want them to leave me. I don't want them to have to continue to stay. I want them to get my mindset. I want them to get what they need so that they can be successful and they can thrive in their academics. So,
So
so
you're right.
no, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, so my mindset is success. My mindset is pushing through. My mindset is, it's possible. You can do it.
So you kind of already said what I was going to say. That your mindset, that is your beliefs. That's what you believe in your abilities and the ability of your students as well. So for me, mindset is your set of beliefs. And so, like you said, your mindset is going to keep you um, to achieve something or not achieve something, getting it done or not getting it done.
Right.
So, mindset can also be your limiting beliefs, the things that keep you stuck, the things that keep you afraid to try and that have fear or anxiety about something. So, we have to also talk about those limiting beliefs. So, when you guys are setting goals, or when you're trying to decide, should I take a leadership position or not, you have to identify those limiting beliefs that we tell ourselves over and over again. Because again, that's part of your mindset. That's your belief. And if you believe that, then you're going to act according to your beliefs. So we have to have that mindset shift if we are going to be effective leaders and really change our school system and have impact for our students. So I love what you're saying about mindset. So now we understand mindset. So how do we shift our mindset? So that's the next step. Okay, so if I know I'm a teacher and I have limiting beliefs, or if I'm a person and I know, I'm stuck in a rut, I don't believe that, I deserve a promotion, or I don't believe that I can do or accomplish my goals. I'm thinking about signing up for class and I'm like, I don't have time for that, or I'm not smart enough, I'm not good enough, or I did get a promotion, but I don't believe that I'm going to do a good job. So those are some of the limiting beliefs. So how do I shift my mindset so that I can stand in my power? Like you said, those affirmations, that mindset gives us power. All right. So I want to hear from you, and then I'm going to share some tips. So how do you shift your mindset, Fiona?
Okay. I just grabbed something. I just grabbed something from off of my table that I carry with me everywhere I go. And my former students, even as young as pre-K, they know this. It's called this thing right here.
Ooh, a
This thing right,
mirror.
the mirror. So it's literally looking at myself in the mirror and saying, I am good enough. I deserve it. And why not? Why not me? You know, why not me? You have to literally tell yourself, you have to talk yourself sometimes into it. I can do it. You
Right.
have to get past the fear, because we all, even those most empowered, we have those thoughts where somebody may have more accolades or more letters behind their name, but why not me? Why can't I do it? Yeah, I can do it. It's possible. So you have to get to a point where you tell yourself, where you look at yourself in the mirror, and it's not about looking at the red lip gloss, it's not about looking to make sure that the makeup is flawless. It's looking at yourself and saying, I can do it. I can do it.
Right.
I
Right.
can do it.
And believing it.
Yeah, you have to say it. And also, I'm really big on watching videos like Eric Thomas. If you're out there, I am the niece that you never had. I watch one of the biggest videos that I watch of his is how bad do you want it? You have
Mm,
to want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe. That's one of like his most viral, most famous videos. And so for me, I watch motivational messages. motivational videos every morning. That's a part of my routine. I get up, I have my conversation with the Lord. I put on my incense to set the tone, for myself, and I watch motivational messages that are going to feed into me. Because we're human, so we sometimes feel overwhelmed. We sometimes feel like we're not enough. It's just human nature, but you have to put that in check. And how you put that in check is you have to strategically
Mm.
watch something that's going to feed, that's going to pour into you, that's going to remind you who you are and why you're here. That's why I wrote Powerhouse Pointers. This is 50 motivational messages. Sometimes you don't have your best friend, your husband, your sorority sisters, to sew into you. So you have to have something that you can pour back into yourself, so that
Very
you
good.
can remind you to you got to get unstuck. You can't stay where you are. We were born to lead. We were. Let me say. I always say, and it's not about is no cockiness in this, because anybody who knows me from the time I was young until even now, when they meet me, I am really humble. But I was not born average. We were not born to be average. And when we stay in a space of being average, we inhibit somebody else from stepping into their power. Because if people see me, for example, being a single mom, my son just yesterday, he was acknowledged at the 72nd commencement exercises for TCC. He got his certificate. He's going to be graduating uh, as a dual enrollment student. And I can't announce where he's going to school, because that's, I got to wait for the photo shoot on that. But it's like, it's the things that we had to go through to get to where we are, that reminds us that we are great, that we push through this, that we can do it, and people are watching us. Our
Yes.
children are watching how we operate, even in the tough times. Other coworkers are watching how we operate when we didn't get that promotion. People are watching us on social media to see what's the next thing, what's the next message she's going to post, what's the next event she's going to have, how is she stepping into her power. So if I am average, if I fall back, if I don't do what I know I was called to do, then somebody else is not going to have the strength. They're not going to be motivated, or they're not going to feel that they're worthy to step out there. So I take it very seriously, everything that I do, from what I wear to what I say to what I post, because people are watching. And because I'm sensitive to that, I make sure that I pour into myself so that I can pour into others, so that they
That's
can they
good.
can they can they can be great. We all have greatness in us, and our roles are different. So there's no cookie cutter to where at this moment you're supposed to be this way, just like her. No, it's your journey. But if they see that you're grinding it out, they'll feel like, you know what, this she's doing it. So that thing that I put on the back burner, oh, let me just dust it off. You know what I'm saying? Get those cobwebs off, and let me start where I am and take it a step at a time. And the other thing is, don't try to just do it all at once.
Right.
Create a timeline to get it done. Like right now, I'm doing Eric Thomas his 21-day challenge. He has a video, and it just encourages us, after 21 days, what do you want your life to look like? Like I stand on that, and I'm actually doing it right now. So in 21 days, there's certain things that I want to happen, but I have to take those small steps each and every day to get to that. So you
Good.
had a big
So
goal. Oh,
I was going to say, you're speaking to some of my tips that I want to give. So help me out with these tips, because you're doing an excellent job.
okay.
So the first thing that I want to talk about, when we talk about mindset, I have 4 tips, and they spell out the word mind, MIND. So I want to give some of those tips. So I want you guys, again, those of you who are just joining us, again, welcome to the village. I have my girl and soror, homegirl and soror, Feona Huff here to tell us more about mindset shift, and we're talking about the power of affirmations. We want to get rid of those limiting beliefs, get rid of those fears and anxieties that hold us back from accomplishing our goals. So, as teacher leaders, I know this is the season of where we're deciding and we're going to go back to school, we're going to take a class, get that degree, or even take that next step of getting that promotion or put in an application for that other job. And
Mhm.
so, all during this time, we really have to, like Fiona said, look in the mirror and
And
really get rid of those limiting beliefs, those beliefs that hold us back. Because again, you guys know that I always say teachers are awesome. We are the most creative, most intelligent, most brilliant folks out there. So we have to believe in ourselves and not stay stuck. You can't be mediocre, like Fiona said. You have to keep grinding, keep pushing yourself. Get out of the mindset of, you know what, where I am now is good enough. Nope. Keep challenging yourself, keep pushing. So the first step is M, motivation. What is your why? Your why will keep you motivated, keep
Mhm.
you pushing, keep persevering. If you know your why, then you will keep going. You will not stop. So as you're setting goals and you're making that to-do list of what's going to happen in 2021, 2022, again, identify your why because that's your motivation. All right. So again, Fiona, you talked about that a little bit as well, knowing your why.
Yeah, so my why is my firstborn, Clara Huff, my young king, Timothy Huff, and my mother. You know, I want to be in a position that if they need me for anything, that money is not going to be an issue. Money's not going to stand in my way. Being someplace that tells me I can't leave. I want to be in that position to be there for them because they are my priority. They are my why. They are my everything. So they are my why. And then the other why is me. Like there is something inside of me that God gave me to do, and I must honor Him by doing it. So my why is honoring God. Also,
Right.
I take
That's
Him
good.
everywhere I go.
That's good. That's good. So a lot of times teachers or any type of leader, they want to give some generic cookie cutter answer for what's your why. Oh, I want to make the world a better place. No, that's so generic. That's not gonna get you up in the morning and keep you going.
Right.
Or, I just want to, help children. That's too generic. You have to make your why personal. It has
Yeah.
to be aligned to who you are. I like what you said, what God called you to be. That's your why. Make it personal.
Right.
Get in a quiet place, get a journal, and really reflect about your why. If you want to become an administrator or a teacher leader, department chair, reading specialist, whatever it is, and you pray about it and you know that that's what you need to do, really identify your why. Like, why am I saying yes to this position? Why? Okay. And again, that's your motivation. That's
Yeah.
going to keep you
Absolutely.
going. That's going to help you with that mindset shift that's going to help you get unstuck. And then the I is identify your obstacles and solutions. So a lot of times we get stuck because we just think about the obstacles or the challenges. But go ahead and make sure you list them out and identify the solutions. What steps are you going to take to solve and get over those hurdles? Because again, we can't get stuck. We can't stay stuck. You have to be solutions oriented.
Right.
Leaders don't let little troubles and trials stop them. If your why is so big and so important to you, that you're going to want to keep going. It shouldn't be a small thing where a paper cut is going to make me give up on that why. It should really drive you to overcome all challenges. So
Mm.
again, identify your obstacles and challenges. So Fiona, you talked about being a single mom and all the things that you have to overcome. I'm sure that
Right.
your why is big enough to keep you motivated
Yeah.
and you're not gonna get stopped.
Yeah. So the when Isaac graduated, I call him Isaac. Isaac is his middle name. I tend to call him Isaac. But so when my son graduates, it's not him going across the stage. And thank you, Governor, for allowing us to have a physical graduation because I'm going to turn up when we turn up for my son. But him graduating is not just him, it's me, because I'm telling you, my children, they are Brooklyn Knights. They were born in Brooklyn, New York, and they spent, I think we left in 2010 to come back to my hometown, Norfolk. So him graduating is as much a celebration for me as it is him, because I remember having my son in a stroller, my daughter being 3 years old. I'm walking in the snow to get him to daycare, and then having to get my daughter to her Head Start program with book bags and things on each side of the stroller, going through the snow. I remember one time, and at that time it hurt me so bad. So I was going to a sorority meeting in Staten Island. I was a part of the Staten Island alumni chapter, and when you get on the buses, you can't bring the whole stroller up there. You have to fold up the stroller. So the gentleman, the bus driver, he closed the door in my face as I was trying to safely hold on to my son, have my daughter, and fold the stroller up. And it hurt me so bad, and I was in tears. And someone from the neighborhood, they saw me, and they took me to the bus station. They got me closer to get to Staten Island. I remember having to have my daughter and a friend of mine that I should do public relations with to stand in the hallway of the building so I could do an interview for a writing position, which, by the way, they allowed me to bypass the writing portion because I had already written for Essence, etc., and offered me the position on the spot. I remember all of these things. So when people see my children on social media and me talking about them, this is a story behind
Right,
it's them. You
right.
know what I'm saying? I'm their rider live. I'm their momager. And I'm proud of that. Nobody says, oh, I when I grew up, I don't want to be a single mom. It's just a part. It's a part of my journey. I was able to establish a magazine back when I was in New York, called Solo Mommy. It's no longer in existence, but I created that because single mothers, mothers are powerful in their own right, but single parents, we do so much, and we are to be celebrated. So yeah, him graduating, is wonderful. And so one of the things that Clara was telling me, she said, well, Mom, you always, encouraging us to go back to school. So when are you going to go back?
Uh-oh.
When are you going to go back? And I had to tell her, sometimes as a parent, you have to sacrifice. And one of
Right.
my best friends, who's an alpha, he'll be on me. Okay, now what's going on? And I say, I get, and I appreciate that you want me to go back to school, but you don't live my life. So it's on my vision board. I'm working towards it, but this is what I have to do for now. You know what I mean? So it's, you can't live your life for other people, although they may want things for you. You have to know your limitations to a degree and work towards things. You can have a plan. It doesn't
Definitely.
mean that
At
that
your
plan
own
is going to
pace.
take place right now, but you have a
Right.
plan for it. Keep it in your mind. Have it on your vision board. I have my vision board in my bathroom. I have my vision board on my phone. I have my vision board in my car. It's to remind me to work towards it. It's coming, but I gotta make sure that my son graduates, because let me tell you, I feel like I need to be on his taxes. You know what I mean? Because it's senior deadlines. It's preparing. It's deadlines for the college that he's going to be going to. It's a lot. He's a part of 200 plus men. He's a part of the Kappa League. It's a lot, and I'm working, and I have my businesses. I just took on a position as a PE assistant for Norfolk Public Schools, which I absolutely love. It's funny because everybody knows that I wear heels every day, all day. So to
Now
go
you
from
have to wear
wearing heels,
tennis shoes.
Fiona, Sharon Huff, and sneakers.
Right. You can wear the platform ones.
One of my law sisters was joking me. Was like, "Oh, they got high heel sneakers," but
Right.
but I love my position because everybody knows I do a rise and grind. It's workout time every morning, so it's
Yes.
perfect. It's perfect. So it's sacrifices that sometimes have to be made, but it doesn't mean that the desire is not going to come. It doesn't mean that thing is not going to come.
Right.
So um my principal, she sent us an email about an opportunity, and so I think that I'm going to look more into it, in regards to school. But it's not over. It's there, but you have to know what you're working with at the moment. I think that's the
Good.
most important thing because
You're
you can't.
you're leading to my next tip.
Oh,
so so we said, know your why. Okay, so that's your motivation. Identify your obstacles and solutions. So that's again what Fiona is talking about. Knowing your challenges, knowing your hurdles, but don't just be stuck there. Don't give excuses. Because we can kick excuses, and that's a whole nother story. But you can't
right.
get stuck in those challenges and say, "Up, I would have done this, but I have a son. I have to do this. I have to go here. I can't get on the bus and all this stuff." Those are excuses that can hold you back. But if
Right.
your why is big enough, you're going to be motivated to see it through, to get it done. And so that leads me to the next step is in now act. You have to take action. And that's what Fiona did. And I love what you talked about, how you have to know your limitations. But again, it's still part of your list. So for all of my younger teachers or teachers who are going back to school or thinking about that next position or that other application that you need to submit and you're not sure of yourself, now act. Do a little bit at a time. Maybe, don't take 5 classes at once, just take one class.
Right.
Right.
Absolutely.
So do a little bit at a time. And the more you do a little bit at a time, you'll become more confident
Hmm.
about whatever it is that you're pursuing. I did not do social media before the pandemic, but here I am going live twice a week. But I did a little bit at a time to get over my fear, get over my anxiety, and here we are. Now I
And we
still get a little nervous, but that's a whole other story. So for the leaders out there, for the teachers who are thinking about that next thing, take action, get it done, do a little bit at a time. All right. And then the last thing, Fiona, you mentioned it as well. Determine your success, not
hmm
what your girlfriend is doing, not what your friend tell you should do. Determine your success. What does success look like for you? All right. Those of us who are believers, what did God tell you? All
hmm
right. Because you can't keep looking on social media and seeing what everybody else is posting and you say, well, I
It's
should
gonna
do
mess
that.
you up.
Right. Because now your mindset is focused on something else that's not for you. So when you talk about mindset shift, you really want to be reflective on you and make it personal. Figure out your why, figure out your strengths, your obstacles, your solutions. And it's all about what you determines what is success for you. What does it look like? And how do you know when you arrive? For whatever goal that is, what does it look like when you have achieved it? And it can be any type of goal, weight loss, career goals, financial goals. As leaders, we have to have that balance where we're not always thinking about work, 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 work. We have to think about every aspect of our lives and be intentional about those areas and setting goals and working towards those goals. So I'm really speaking to the teachers today who are really in that on the fence about accepting a position, or maybe they have already accepted a position, but they have some fear or have some anxiety about it. Let's shift our mindset. Teachers are awesome. Teacher leadership is a
Hmm.
mindset, not a position. So it's not about the position, it's about your thinking, and it's about your beliefs. So you have to believe that you can do it, believe that you're going to have a great impact on your school in that position. You're going to rock it out. You got to walk up in there like, yeah.
Hmm.
So, Fiona, tell us a little bit more about affirmations because we talked about, you know, the what you call it, vision
Vision
boards.
board.
I
Mhm.
have a vision board, vision poster in my workout room and one in my office that I look at on a regular basis to remind me of who I am and who what I'm striving for. So tell
Mhm.
us a little bit more about the power of affirmation.
Affirmations will it'll change. Affirmations will change your life. I just want to share. So last week we finished. Last week we did. What's it called? We did. What's that thing that we did when we were growing up, where we got the medals for? I'm having a brain freeze. Um,
What, the honor roll assembly?
no, no, no. I would ask my daughter, but I think she's busy. But basically, field day, field day.
Field day, yes,
So look,
yes.
I should know it because let me tell you, they work Miss Huff. They worked me. So we had field day last week, and we started out with the fifth graders, went down to so there was a young boy who's in the fourth grade, and somehow, well, I'm actually coming in the tail end of the school year. So I don't know all of the students, but because I get out there and I exercise with them, all the routines we do, and they see me laughing and, having fun, they gravitate towards you because children, they will learn from you,
Hmm.
if they feel like they can trust you. They feel like that you're for them. So we had finished doing some obstacle courses inside of the gym, and somehow he came over. He started talking to me, and so I was like, you want to play some ball? I'm not, I'm a cheerleader and a track runner. I'm not no basketball player, but I can try to throw a little something. So we're talking, and he's trying to make the shots, and he's not making them, and he's like, well, I'm not Michael Jordan, but I'll be Jordan Michael. And so I said, yeah, you be that. So I said, that's my new nickname for you. So when I see him, I'll be like, what up, Jordan Michael? And we bonded. So when I see him, that's our thing, and that's important to me because you develop relationships with these children one by one, because the thing I know for sure is we don't know what they're going home to. We don't
Mm.
know what their home environment is like. So when you speak life, and you tell them who they are, they, when you tell them that they're smart, like in my book Mirror Mirror, it says, I'm a smart black girl, confident too. I can do anything I put my mind to do. Only I define who I will be. I don't look for validation in anyone but me. I'm phenomenal, spectacular, and adjectives as such. I have a high self-esteem and I love me so very much. Those are affirmations. When we speak those things to those children, we don't know what that means to them, because again, I know what some of my former students, what they go home to. I'm talking about being in foster care. I'm talking about having come from being abused. I'm talking from being hungry, and when they come to school, that's where they're going to eat. So when you
Right,
tell them,
right.
hey, beautiful, oh, you're so smart. Oh, give me a high five. They may have missed that basket, but you know what? You did it. Good try. Those
Exactly.
things will resonate in them to, okay, well, Miss Fiona, this how would they call me? Check it out. I'm gonna do better. And so you develop those relationships, and so they look forward to that. That's building up a child one at a time.
Love
So
it.
yeah, affirmations and speaking life. Everywhere I've been, from Virginia to New York, back to Virginia, I've always had a mirror in my classroom, a handheld mirror where the kids can get up. The little girls, at first, second, third grade, they want to wear a little lip gloss. So they look in the mirror, and even my former pre-K kids, I had the boys that was looking in the mirror. They wanted to fight over the mirror, and I thought it was the funniest thing. But they're looking at themselves in the mirror, and they're like, "Oh, I'm smart. Oh, I'm a king. Oh, I'm intelligent," even before they
Exactly.
know what these words really mean, but they know that Miss Fiona in early childhood, daycares, they call you by your first name, so it's Miss Fiona, but of course in the school system is Miss Huff. But oh, Miss Fiona, she said I'm smart. And then I used to do a pre-K pledge, and the children, they got accustomed, they memorized it. So I would tell them, okay, let's go over to the pre-K pledge. They say it. What's next, y'all? The I am wall. They say it, and we do it. I would have every month, it would be 12 words that I would have on the wall. I am smart, I am powerful, I am intelligent, I'm a leader. These things, and to the point where they would get my little stick, and when we had free time, they would go over. They play teacher.
Imitating you.
Listen, I was like, they don't need me. But that's what we want. We want
Love
them
it.
to know that about themselves. So yeah, affirmations, they would change your life. They would change our children's
Exactly.
lives if we look past what they may be wearing. Maybe the holes in their shoes. They're future leaders. If you don't sow into them now, then I know I'm gonna be old and fabulous, right? But it's certain things I'm not gonna be able to do when I'm like 75, 80. I need to sow into
Exactly.
them so that they feel confident to go out here and lead. You know what I mean? We want
100.
world changes. We want leaders, and we gotta sow into them and speak life into them there. So affirmations, like, that's my life. Yeah, that's my
Love
life.
it. Well, we can tell that that is definitely your passion and your calling. So I appreciate you, Soror Huff, and my home girl from Virginia, two up,
Yes,
two
yes.
down. Again, guys, where can people follow you? So I want everyone in the village to definitely support all the things that you have going on. So tell the folks a little bit about where to follow you and about your book and all that good stuff.
So Mirror Mirror Standing Tall and Powerhouse Portraits are both available on Amazon. And I'm on Facebook and Instagram, Powerhouse Media Group, Mirror Mirror Standing Tall, and Let Me Tutor You Too. So
Love it.
you type that in, and you're gonna see all the information. And also this summer, I'm really excited. The flyer should be ready by tomorrow. I will be doing writing sessions for elementary, because that's my focus when it comes to tutoring, is K through sixth grade. But this summer I will be doing writing sessions, because during the summertime we have a lot of lost learning. But writing, once you know how to write, whatever field you go into,
Yes.
it doesn't matter what field you're going to, but mastering writing, because that's what I do. My line name is Lois Lane. My line name is Lois Lane. My big sisters, they knew I was a writer, so that's what I love to do. So I want to be able to pour into the students so they know how to, they can begin to know how to write well. And for those that are already starting to write, because normally like around third grade is where they start SOLs,
Hmm.
and they need to know how to do descriptive writing, how to be able to go and find and write, pieces, based on writing prompts. But we're going to have fun with it. So that
Love it.
the flyer will be available on the Let Me 22 Facebook page, by the middle to the end of the week. So I'm excited about that. So look out
Awesome.
for that. Yeah.
So be sure to share with the village, and also Fiona, in the chat, in the comments, make sure you put all your links to all that to everything,
Okay.
so that we can definitely support your different events, and
Okay.
show up on your Facebook page as well. All right.
Awesome.
So thank you, Fiona, for joining the
Thank you
village.
for having me, Sora, Dr. Ross.
All right. So thanks, and take care, and I'll see you later within the village as well.
Absolutely. Thank you again for having me.
Thank you. Well, guys, that is just part one of our conversation about mindset shift. So I'm gonna keep saying it. Teacher leadership is a mindset, not a position. So Fiona was here just to remind us the power of affirmations. We need to speak life over, not only just for our students but for ourselves as well. I know a lot of teachers are thinking about different positions and different, going back to school, different goals, and if we are going to accept that challenge and move into that next level of leadership, we have to have the right mindset. We have to get rid of those limiting beliefs and push forward, take action, and believe in ourselves. All right, so again, join us on Thursday when we talk about mindset shift, again, standing in our power, with our special guest, Kimberly Felice, I believe, Felice. Make sure I can say her name properly. But we'll talk about that on Thursday. So join us here within the village on Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. All right. And remember, teacher leadership is a mindset, not a position. Continue to follow us on Facebook and Instagram at The Village LG. And that's at The Village LG. See you on Thursday.